Hey y'all, I am back and I'm at the airport, Chicago airport. I'm not traveling for work, which is a surprise. Since May I've been traveling a lot for work nonstop, and now to embark on a spiritual journey to a country that's been on my bucket list. So excited to bring you guys along.
Después de un vuelo de 9 horas llegamos a Italia y tú bien no me lo creía, pero luego empezamos mal. Perdimos a un compañero en el aeropuerto, pero lo bueno que lo encontramos.
I had lunch at, it was called Mike's Restaurant, I think. It's on top of a mall. Pero we're gonna go to church now.
Pero antes de ir a misa, fuimos a la Scala Santa, the staircase that Jesus came up to twice to receive the judgment of death. You could pay to go up the stair steps or go on your knees to go all the way up, but I opted out. We toured this basilica and we also had an intimate mass with another father from Singapore and his pilgrims. I was a part of a pilgrimage, basically a spiritual journey, and there were so many people in that basilica as well on the same journey. At this point, we were all just exhausted. We were lacking sleep and we were just tired. We wanted to go to the hotel, and thankfully it was time to head over there.
We are checked into our first room for the stay in Italy. Ooh. So this is my bedroom. Super cute, cozy, warm. I really love the restroom though. Absolutely love it. I love how it says sanitary wipe. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think it's for me. But yeah, I have to shower because we have group dinner.
We had an early wake-up call because we were going to head over to the Vatican City. No me lo podía creer que iba a mirar el Papa. Growing up, we would always see him on, the Pope, give an address to the public, and we would see it live stream. But being there in that square where over 10,000 people, or up to 10,000 people fit, was mind-blowing to me. And the amount of security that the Pope has, I couldn't believe it. I still couldn't believe it that I was there, that I was a part of the general audience. And I got to see the Pope Mobile. It was just so surreal. I was low-key geeking out. Y lo más que me emocionó fue que cuando él estaba habló a veces en español y yo podía entender, y a veces cuando hablaban en italiano también podía, comprender unas palabras. Y habló a veces, tenían diferentes translators in different languages, and it was crazy. People from all over the world came to see him. People all over the world share the same religion, and it was just, this was I don't know, one of my top life moments at this point. Los mexicanos dicen presente donde quiera. We saw this Mexican flag by the cafe that we had a little snack break after the address. We then walked over to the Vatican Museums where we had tickets to go to. We were able to see the gardens that the Pope gets to stroll whenever there is no one around. The art at these galleries were absolutely stunning. I just could sit there and stand there and admire the artwork and the detail that went into everything. I couldn't stop staring. Everything was just so detailed. After the Sistine Chapel, we were followed up with a tour to St. Peter's Basilica, the largest church and probably the most beautiful canopy I've ever seen in my life. I think you'll hear me say that multiple times during this trip, but everything was just so beautiful. Look at the detail. At this point, it was already hitting 3 o'clock, and I hadn't ate lunch, and I was getting hangry. We were on the go, and thankfully, I had the best ravioli at this cafe. And then it was time to head over to our evening mass. Walking the streets of Italy are very interesting. You have to be very alert at all times. At every basilica, every church, every cathedral that I stepped into, I would light up a candle and ask God to listen to my prayers and to thank Him for my blessings. This is a very popular basilica where people pay €1 to take a selfie of a mirror reflecting like the artwork from the top of the ceiling. Didn't pay the €1, but I did admire all the artwork around me. And I do kind of regret not standing in that line that was out the door to take that selfie with that mirror, but maybe next time. It was another long day of being on the go. We were all just very exhausted. Everything that we have in our itinerary is timed out to a T, so we can't be late, or if we're late, we only have like a maximum amount of time. I enjoyed people watching and seeing how different the culture is here and being able to, admire their architecture. In the morning, we had a later wake up call. We headed over to the Basilica of St. Peter's in Chains, where we had a morning mass at 10 a.m. This specific basilica, it's kind of special because it's near a children's hospital, and the tour guide did mention that a lot of, the parents and the families come here with their children or sometimes by themselves and, pray and ask for their children to be, healed and to help them during this journey or like challenging time that their family is going through. DOC, why did you go on this spiritual journey, you may ask? Well, I'm just going to share a little bit on here, but I wanted to find peace. My peace has been disrupted a lot recently, and I just want to leave all my problems behind and just forget about them for a few days. I also have been having a lot of questions, and I just wanted to have a stronger relationship, and in my faith as well. I wanted to grow in my faith, and I think I did find some clarity on some questions I had. Then we went over to see the Colosseum. Ahí es donde me pegó que estaba en Italia. That is one of the seven wonders. Is one of Italy's landmarks, and that's when it hit me. I'm like, oh snap, girl, you're in Italy, Dios. You estás en Italia. Like ahí me pegó que sí estoy en Italia. With traveling a lot for work, I guess I got so used to it. It's like, oh, another plane ride, or oh, but aquí es donde estoy like, wow, I made it over here. Like I fue, that was my moment when I saw the Colosseum. After the Colosseum, we went to the Basilica of St. Mary Major, one of the oldest shrines dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary and built on the site where the Virgin Mary appeared in a dream of one of the popes. I do want to share that we did earlier that day in the morning after the Basilica of St. Peter in Chains, we went to the catacombs. Allí me dio un poco de miedo because we went underground to how, people were being buried back in the day. And I think eso sí me asustó, and I think coming here to the Basilica of St. Mary Major me dio like peace after that eventful morning. We weren't allowed to record or anything, but it literally just got you thinking about like life. This sums up my Rome stop in the Italy trip. Next up, Assisi, Siena, Florence, and Milan. Stay tuned.